Hi, thank you so much for meeting with me today.
No problem.
So we're just going to jump right in, and obviously you saw from the email that I'm looking for an order to be fulfilled of 8,000 Class A pistons within the 2-week time span. So is that something that your company is able to fulfill?
With the time span, we do consider that a rush order, and that is completely doable. We've had a lot of experience with doing rush orders, but one thing we do require is a 5% increase, or a 5% of the price increase because of that rush order, if that's okay with you.
Okay, I do have some concern about that because we are advertising for you. So I do have a little bit of a problem with the 5% rush fee because it looks like your company will be advertised through the government agency as well, since we are using your Class A pistons and not our Class C pistons. So that is something that I would like to discuss in today's meeting, but we can talk about that later. One thing I did want to know right off the bat was, what is the average price of your Class A pistons?
Our goal is really like $600 per piston. Now, since we working around that 5%, and you guys are offering the advertising, that is really very valuable to us. But possibly a slight, not quite a 5% increase for the rush order, but maybe we can, work with that and do a lower percentage. But that will definitely increase from our usual $600.
Okay, well, I know that our Class C pistons sell for $250 each, so I know Class A pistons are more valuable. So I did some research, and it looks like the average price is $500 per piston, but I do see where you're coming from in the competitive range of $600. So do you give any discounts to the large orders, since we are ordering 8,000 pistons from you?
8,000 actually for Class A pistons with our history is not considered a very large order. It is actually, I would say, smaller to average of what we normally accommodate. But there are some other things that we can also adjust in the price. We do offer an insurance policy, a guarantee that all of the pistons we sell you are working.
Okay.
But that does come with another price increase of 5%. But between the overall 10% that we would usually charge for the rush and the guarantee, I'm sure we can work something out.
Okay. So, is there anything that could get you lower than the $600 price, since I did research that the average was $500 per piston?
We would be willing to lower our prices a little bit more towards possibly $575. We could do, if you were to do one or the other, either the guarantee or the rush order percentage, just to do 5 out of the 10% increase, and then possibly order like backup pistons, so overall increasing your purchase amount. So if you purchase possibly 9,000 or 10,000, we can work with a price decrease.
Okay. Well, thank you for that information. But it is a concern to me about the quality. So can you just reassure with me that with the 8,000 Class A pistons, we would not have any structural flaws that could hinder the time restraint with our Class A pistons that we're receiving from you?
Yeah, that's the nice thing about our guarantee policy, which is that original 5% increase. We go through and test every single piston. So, those usual faulty pistons are weeded out automatically before they are even sent to you. But there is no, things happen. Somewhere down the road, something might go wrong. So that's where I'm kind of talking about maybe ordering more than your original 8,000. But
and
yeah,
then just sending those back with no price? Or would I have to pay for those extras and then you would return that money back to me after I return those pistons?
the extras that you would purchase, we would automatically run through like our guaranteed policy. We would test them before they come to you, but that would be kind of like you just purchasing extra pistons in case on your end something were to go wrong or
Okay.
employees were to damage your pistons. They would already be there. You wouldn't have to order them.
Okay, so if I were to say order 9,000 Class A pistons, but I only need 8,000, I would have those 1,000 in my stock left over. I could not return those back to your company?
No, those would be yours at that point.
Okay. So after going over all the information that we talked about, I'm just gonna put my offer out there and see where we go from there.
Okay.
So my first offer is $545 with a 4% rush fee, and then in the contract, the guaranteed quality control being put in there as well. Is that something you can work with today?
If you can do $560, we would be able to do the contracts today.
$560 with a 4% rush fee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds great for me. When can we get things started?
We can go ahead and print the contracts out. Right now, I'll go grab them from the office and bring them back, and we can sign them.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you.